Hi everyone, I'm Sam, and today I'm going to show you how to play this game from Puzzle called Terraformation. Alright, so what we've got here is Mars, Zone 91, which we're about to terraform. On the planet Mars, we have three types of terrain, which are these little hexes here, these little colors, the green, the blue, and the red. Red is for habitats, blue is for lakes, and the green, I think, is grass. I think that should be it. And so this entire hexagonal grid here, this is called a zone, and each zone must contain all three terrains. So you're going to have colors for all of them in the end when it's completed. You're going to have red, blue, and green. The cards at the end of each row and column will tell you how many hexes are required for each row and column. For example, this first card that I need tells me that I need to place one red hex somewhere in this column here, and then this card tells me that I need to place two green hexes somewhere along this row. And if the card has a 0 on it, like this blue one here, that means that none of the hexes here can be blue. So none of these spaces can be blue in this particular row. One can say that. All right, now you'll notice that this card has a 1 and a 3 on it, so it's two numbers here. So what this means is that I need to place a total of 4 red hexes in this column. However, the pattern I have to place them in is I need to place one red hex standing alone somewhere here, and then followed by 3 red hexes put together. Could be like side by side, that's basically what it is, but there has to be at least a minimum of one space in between them. So it could be like one space and then 1, 2, 3, or it could be like one here, space 1, 2, 3, etc. As long as there's a space in between them, so they're not touching each other. So it's not 4 hexes filled in consecutive, but essentially the total you'll have is 4 filled red hexes at the end of it. And it has to follow that specific order, meaning 1 and 3. So it can't be 3 and 1, it has to be in that order. So for this one, it would be 2 and 1, right, instead of 1 and 2. But this one doesn't matter because it's 2 and 2, so it's the same. So besides the cards, we also need to keep in mind the terrain patterns. Of the 3 terrain types we have here today, only the red and the blue, the habitats and lakes, have specific patterns that we need to follow. But I will discuss that a little bit later. But let's start, playing the game first. We'll go into that later. All right, so my go-to strategy usually when playing Terraformation is I'm going to start by going for the cards with the highest numbers. So for example, I would say out of all these, 4 is the highest number here, and there are coincidentally 4 hexes, I guess you can say that. So I'm going to fill all these with green, and it looks like there's an outline here, so that tells me that I have green currently pre-selected, this color. Okay, so it's, oh no, wait, it's red. Why is it showing me? Okay, it's fine. Oh, I just realized they all have outlines, so okay, let's just ignore that. But if you want to change the colors, what you're going to do is you can either click through until you get the color that you want. Like, for example, this goes to blue, back to red, no, back to blank, back to red, back to green. If you don't want to go to this like one click at a time, you can also click this little cycle icon right here and then pick the color that you want. So I want green. That's going to do me green here. So that now that the outline is blue, so that's telling me that I've got green selected. So I'm going to fill in these. So that's pretty easy. So I prefer this way because it's, to me, it's much faster, right? Just click the cycle and then click the one I want. So if you want to choose another color, just click this one here and then voila, I have got blue, but I don't want that right now. So I'm just going to click that away. If I want to go back to the clicking each hex to get a color, I can just undo this cycle icon. So then it's back to 1, 2, 3, blank. There we go. So that's what I want to do. You can just do that. Okay. So now that I filled in these, because there are only 4 hexagons, as I said, and this card requires 4, so there we go. So you might notice this little black outline here in some of the cards. Black outline means that you have fulfilled the criteria for this particular row or column. Now that doesn't necessarily mean that it's correct, it just means that you've done it. But of course, this being 4 and there are only 4, I'm definitely correct here. But for example, if I just did like this one, and then I know 1, 2, 3. So you can see it says gray, so that I fulfilled the criteria. I've done 1 and then 3 together, but that doesn't mean that this is the correct one. It could be like 1 here and 3 here, etc. But it's just showing you that you fulfilled it, right? So if I did extra, so then it'd like be orange because it's wrong. And I think if this one, sorry, get rid of that. And then so yeah, and if there's no outline, that means you have to fulfill the criteria. If you do it wrong, yeah, you'll say invalid shape, invalid criteria, etc. So there are hints throughout the game to indicators, I should say, actually not hints, indicators to show you whether you're on the right path or not. Okay, so for example now, let's go on to another high numbered card. This one is 2 and 2. So we've got 6 spaces and we need to fill in 4 greens, 2 spaces by 2. So it could be 2 greens here, followed by 2 greens here, or it could be 2 greens here, followed by 2 greens here, or 2 greens here, space followed by 2 greens here. So I don't know where it's going to be yet, but I think we can at least deduce that I would say at least 1 green's got to be here. I'm going to do that. And I think 1 green has got to be here, at least, because it could be either this way, or this way, and this way. So it could either be left or right, the last 2 greens. We don't know just yet. And now that you see, I've already filled in this green hex, and there are only 4 hexes left. And the pattern here is 2, 2 blues. So I know that these 4 have to be blues. Okay, so I'm going to pick blue here, so it's a little bit faster for me. Fill in the blues. Ta-da! So that's right. So we got that done, that one. So again, just keep going. So now I can see that this is much easier for me to fill in because I have to fill in 1 and 3, and I need to have a space in between. So the red can only be here, here, and here. And this will be, well, I don't know what color it's going to be just yet. We shall see there. It could be a green. It could be, hold on. Well, let me look at this. Okay, so there's more information we can deduce here. If you look at this particular row, you can see that there are supposed to be 0 blues here. And it can't be red because we've already fulfilled red and we've already fulfilled blue. So this has to be one of the greens. Okay, so let's put in the green there. So there we go. And so this can't be obviously green because we already got 2. That means the last green has to be here. All right. So we fulfill that one. No, it can't be red here. So this has to be a blue because it's red 0, right? So let's go to blue. That in there. And this one, it could be a red. It could be a blue because there's 1 space for blue, 1 space for red. So it could be either one. We don't know just yet. So it's 50-50 right now. So let's leave that for the moment and see what else we can do. Okay, so let's, so I like to go in my strategy to go card by card. So this one, I need 2 greens. And I already got 1 filled in here with the blue. So it's going to be 2 greens here because it can't be green and green here interrupted by the blue, right? So select green, do this. Okay, ta-da, there we go. This one, okay, so I can see here the pattern is 2 blues and 1. So these have to be the blue. Okay, blue, blue. There we go. So I can see people getting the hang of all of that here. So what I like to do, of course, I know that I'm going to talk about the patterns in a bit, but we try to fill in as much as we can with information we've got before we even look at the patterns, because the patterns is a lot to think about, but I find it so much easier when I filled in as much as I possibly can, and whatever that I can't deduce with the remaining clues I have, then I look at the patterns. But that's just how I play it. So you can play it however way you want. If you want to go look at the patterns first and fill in that way, by all means. Okay, so let's go to this one here. So we know we need 2 greens, and there are only 2 spaces left. So this has to be the green. Okay, and then this column here, it can't be the red. This one could be the green. It could be the blue. Oh, it has to be the blue because there are 2. We need 2 blues for this row. So we're going to put the blue here. It's definitely the blue. All right, done. And then this particular one, we need 2 blues. So they've already got 1 blue filled in. So this has to be the blue. So it can't be here because it wouldn't be consecutive blues. So fill in the blue, and that one is done as well. Okay, that's nice. So this one could be green, could be red. I don't know just yet. So let's leave that for now. This one at least can't be blue. This could be green or red. But if you look at the pattern here, the card requires me to fill in 2 red hexes, but at a sequence of 1 and 1. So these have to be the reds. Okay, so I'm going to click red. Red here, red here. The middle one, I don't know. It can't be the blue. Now, as you can see, this one says no blues here. So this has to be the green. Right. Here we go. Okay, where else here? Oh, and this one is 1 green. There's only 1 space, so this is green as well. And all right, where else can we fill these in? Okay, what? So this could be red. Still could be blue. I don't know just yet. And this one. Anywhere else can I fill in? I'm trying to look for all the clues I can possibly find. Red. I do think that we've reached the limit of the clues we can deduce from here. So now we have to go look at the patterns. Okay, so I was talking about the patterns. So there are specific patterns that you have to follow. So habitats, you can form them in 2 different ways. You can form them in like hexes of 3 like this, sort of like Mickey Mouse ears, or you can do them like 3 in a row like that. But the key thing is that, see this linking, this like chain sign of a slash going through it. That means that they may not adjoin the same time. So they can't touch each other. So they can come in 2 patterns. You can come in this pattern or in this one, but they cannot touch each other. Okay, so this one definitely looks like it has to be a pattern of 3 here. So I think this has to be the red. Okay, let's do that. From the red. So this is this second pattern. And then this one could be a, so if this is the 3 like this, that means that these cannot be red then. Okay, so that's what I'm thinking. So if this can't be red and this can't be blue, so this has to be, well, it has to be the green. Okay, so we fulfill the green here. This could still be red, could be blue. Oh wait, it can't be the red because we don't have 4 hexes together, so this has to be the blue. All right, okay, and also yes, as you can see, the blue has its own pattern, it's just a diamond shape. As you can see, it's diamond shape. And another important thing is that the patterns that you see here, they don't have to follow exactly this orientation. So for example, it's a diamond shape, but it doesn't have to be vertically oriented. You can do it like horizontally. You can sort of like twist it, you can rotate it, as long as it's this little diamond. So this is like side view, diagonal alignment of the diamond shape. It's like 4 hexes together like that. This is also sideways, and this is horizontally. You can also do it vertically, but okay, we've already got 4 blues here, so this, obviously cannot be the blue. This has to be the red. As we follow this card, it's going to be red. So it also needs 1 red here, so this is the red. And we know that these 2 patterns cannot touch, so this has to be the green, which is the last card that has yet to be outlined in black. So that is the green. All right, if I'm right, it will say terraforming complete. Ta-da! And there you go. So that's how you play Terraformation. We successfully terraformed Mars Zone 91. And the best thing about this game is that if you want to play more Terraformation, although it is a daily game, you can play another 5 more systems. So we've got today Ganymede, Venus, Moon, Titan, and Pluto, which is a new one. So these are the ones that you can play besides Mars. So you can play every day, a total of 6 systems, as the term is used here. You can play 6 of them. And of course, each planet and each system has its own rules, its own patterns. So they might not be the same red, blue, green. It could be gray for mountains or other, or like power plants. I've seen that one before. So they've got different patterns, different rules. But most of them follow the basics that you see here. It's just slightly different patterns and things, but it's essentially the same thing across. And if you ever want to see the stats for how many you've terraformed, this is it. So my stats are not that great because I don't play that much of Terraformation, but this is globally how many zones have been terraformed. So you can see a lot. Pluto, being the newest, of course, only has 17.2k zones terraformed, but the others are roughly about the same because we had the 5 originally. So I've terraformed 2 Ganymedes, 2 Titans, 1 Mars, 1 Pluto, 1 Venus. Oh, I've yet to terraform the moon, so that should be fun for the future one day to play it on this channel as a bonus game. But for now, that's how it goes. That's how you see it. And that's it. And that's how you play Terraformation. It might seem like a lot of information, to process at first with the different patterns, the cards, the colors, and all that. But I really do say that the more you play this game and you familiarize yourself with the rules, it comes so much naturally. Like in the beginning, I felt the rules very hard to understand at first. But once I played it a couple more times, I really got the hang of it. It was very much easy, and it's a breeze now. And plus, the icons here are so easy to see. The colors are easy to see what the colors are. The numbers are huge. It's easy to find. It's not really that difficult at all, in my opinion. And yeah, so if you have any questions or feedback for this game Terraformation, you are more than welcome to join the Puzzmellow Discord channel. This is where we post our results for not only Terraformation, but other Puzzmellow daily games, but of course Terraformation as well. We post our results. We post discussions where, like what was the way, because they're, like how did we solve it, how fast we took to solve it, that kind of thing. It's always fun to share with the other players. And yeah, that's all from me. Thanks for watching, and